know God. Look beyond the 3 stages of His work. Look beyond the stories of His past work. If you don't try to know Him this way, you'll limit and confine Him and see Him as small. You would never know God's wonder, His supremacy and almightiness, and the scope of His authority. You could not fully accept the truth that God rules all things, or know God's true identity. If you know God within a limited scope, then what you receive is limited. Expand your horizon, seek full understanding of the scope of God's work, His management, His rule, and all things He governs. Through these things you should understand God's actions if you truly wish to know God. With this understanding, before you know it, you will feel that God rules, cares, and provides for all things among them, and you will feel you're a member, a part of all things. As God provides for all things, you accept God's rule and provision. This is a fact no one can deny. If you know God within a limited scope, then what you receive is limited. Expand your horizon, seek full understanding of the scope of God's work, His management, His rule, and all things He governs. Through these things you should understand God's actions if you truly wish to know God.
If you're able to follow the Holy Spirit's current words and experience God's work, then your disposition can change. If you follow and seek what the Holy Spirit says, you are one who obeys Him. There will be a change in you. Then change with the Spirit's new words. If you cling to the past, you cannot change. You must follow the Spirit's guidance, obey whatever God says. People cannot change their own disposition. God's words, people's dispositions change. Being revealed and judged by God's words, they rash no more but become composed. Most importantly, they submit to God's current words and word, putting man's notions aside and willingly submitting. People cannot change their own disposition. They must be judged and chastised, refined and pruned by God's words. Only then can they achieve obedience and faithfulness to God, not going through the motions of fooling Him. Before changing meant forsaking oneself, the discipline and suffering of flesh, leaving behind fleshly preferences. It's one kind of change in disposition. Today all know that obeying the current words of God and knowing His new work is the real marker of change. Men's old notions of God can then be erased to truly know and obey God. Only this is a true expression of a change in disposition. People cannot change their own disposition. They must be judged and chastised, refined and pruned by God's words. Only then can they achieve obedience and faithfulness to God, not going through the motions of fooling Him.
People judge people by behavior, good conduct, righteous, bad conduct, wicked. Some wish to use good deeds to obtain a good future. Some try to use fine words to obtain a favored end. Wrongly they believe that God determines outcomes by watching their behavior or listening to their speech. Many wish to use good deeds or the fine words they say. They try deceiving God to gain a momentary favor. God judges people by their essence, by whether they submit to Him or not. One who yields to God is a righteous person. One who does not is a wicked enemy. Regardless of their conduct, good or bad, regardless of their speech, wrong or correct, God judges people by their essence, by whether they submit to Him or not. In the future, those who will survive in a state of rest will have endured the tribulation and borne witness for God. These have all fulfilled their duties. They've purposely submitted to God. Those who merely wish to do their service but don't practice the truth, they won't be allowed to remain. Christians on the right track. People will have normal lives. They will fulfill all duties well, faithful to Him. They'll end all disobedience and corrupt dispositions.